This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
This is Boxing Before Dark.
Boxing.
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 Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang.
Before.
Boxing.
Boxing Before
Dark. This is Boxing Before Dark.
I watched the ONE FC card last night. Holy shit. Those last 3 fights were all fucking amazing.
Did they finish or were they decisions?
Three. The first of the 3 was a decision, and then the last 2 were fucking brutal knockouts.
I'm gonna have to peep those.
You're gonna have to. Highly recommend. The first one I'm talking about, I watched the whole card, but those last 3 are the ones I would recommend. The first one there, the one that went to decision, I don't know how that man kept standing. He was fucking eating bombs, and then he ate 2 kicks to the face. It was crazy.
Thai people are different.
Legitimately just built different.
Yeah.
And then spinning back fist knockout, and...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. What was the last one? The last one I think was just a straight right, but he fucking out cold. It was crazy.
Did you see any 3 knockdown rule stoppages? No.
I don't think I saw any knockdowns that anybody got up from. If they went down, they were out. The co-main, I was like, why the fuck are you counting? Get this man to the hospital. The main event, they did not count. They caught him midair and no, stop.
One of the referees seems like he has bloodlust. Does he just lets everything go, the bald guy?
I wasn't paying that kind of attention, I don't think.
If you keep watching the cards, you'll definitely notice that he's a little bit more open to let things continue when they don't really have to.
Need to? Yeah. No, I was clicking through You Next. I decided to use my free trial. It's the most expensive of the streamers, but it has boxing sometimes, and it's got a lot of other combat sports.
That's cool.
But it's also got the HBO stuff. The only problem is if you watch in English, it's got hard-coded Japanese subtitles. So... It's not the end of the world, but if it's also on Amazon Prime, I can shut those off sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. But it's 2,000 yen a month. It's by far the most expensive.
That's the most expensive?
Yeah, I know. But Amazon Prime is 600. And the zone one I have, the combat sports only, is 1,000. It's $10 a month, Canadian.
There's a combat sports only DAZN subscription?
In Japan there is. I don't get any of the... Well, I think I get horse jumping. And I get FIFA World Cup for some reason. I just got an email saying they added it for free on my subscription, I guess trying to get me to pay for soccer. And I don't get the baseball either, which soccer and baseball I think are the big ones, and they're each kind of... You can get the total thing, which is probably $20 a month.
Ah, okay.
Or you can add baseball or soccer for an extra $5.
I think if here it's 20 for everything, and a lot of it I don't really want.
Yeah, they had the combat sports only thing, and I was like, fuck, yes please. The only combat sport they really show is boxing, I think. I haven't seen much for MMA stuff, but...
Alright. Fucking...
Cool.
Canada Day.
Yeah.
What was
July
that?
1st.
July 1st.
Yeah. I just wanted to throw out a happy Canada Day to everybody. But... Today is July 4th when we're recording, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is United States Day.
Yeah, I guess Independence Day makes sense for you guys because it was actually like a war type thing.
Right.
But for Canada, it's just like, we signed a piece of paper today. Thanks, Dad. I got my own apartment.
Yeah, 4th of July. I don't know. There's a lot of sales and stuff going on right now, but I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really do anything to celebrate.
I like fireworks, so we would always drive to the fireworks when I was at home. And since my birthday is so late in June, it was always a long weekend after my birthday, usually for July 1st. Worked out nicely.
You know what else works out nicely?
What?
Transition. Boxing Before Dark. That was really good of me.
The Before Dark. Ryan Garcia has been throwing some shade at Oscar De La Hoya. I saw he took it down a few hours after, but he was posting the fishnet pictures all over his socials again.
Why?
I think Ryan Garcia is in a fight with Oscar. He's mad that he has whatever left on his contract.
That's not fun.
No.
Of all the things that you're going to make fun of him for, make fun of him for being like a shitty businessman or whatever. Call him that kind of thing. A bad promoter, but...
Well, and especially in like this day and age, and everybody's already seen them. It's not like
right. This
like
is
it's
nothing
a secret.
New. This is nothing
What's
new
the
to
point?
anyone.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
If Oscar wants to wear ladies' clothes in his own time, who gives a shit?
Yeah. Go for it, buddy. Not my cup of tea, but you enjoy.
Worst things you can do.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird angle to take, but I think Ryan Garcia is like a conservative type. So to him, this is like the ultimate emasculation or the ultimate humiliation. Is to...
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it, but whatever. Speaking of things that I don't get, Jake Paul.
Oh, fuck. This made me sad.
Why? Why sad?
Well, what's he done? Like, really, what's he done to be rated by any of the organizations? Who's he beaten? Tommy Fury?
No. He didn't beat Tommy Fury.
Oh, right. He lost to Tommy Fury. Like, who's he beaten that should get him ranked?
Yeah.
Like, if beating JCC Jr. is getting you ranked as a cruiserweight, like, fucking, that's sad.
I mean, he's winning his fights. Are they spectacular? No. Should he be ranked 14th? Within
No.
title contention? No. But he's fine. He's winning he's winning his fights. They put whoever weirdo in front of him and he wins.
Sure, but that shouldn't get you ranked.
Should not. No.
Especially not that highly. If they wanted to rank him like 50th or something, I don't give a shit.
Even
but,
top 25, I guess.
I don't know if I can name 25 cruiserweights, so sure. But top 15? No. Like, he should have to fight somebody else who's ranked as a cruiserweight before he gets in the top 15.
On the UFC side of things, it's kind of similar, like where you climb up towards the top 15, and you don't necessarily have to beat someone who is ranked to become ranked. It
I'm not saying
helps, though.
I'm not saying he needs to beat somebody ranked top 15. I mean, like, ranked top 30.
Oh,
like just
anything
in the system.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's beaten anybody that is in any ranking system in boxing.
I don't think so. I don't think he has.
So, like, to get top 15, I think he should have to beat somebody in the system.
Yes.
Like, top 40 even. I don't really care, but beat somebody. Like, he has jumped the line fucking madness with this for beating some old man who doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. This pisses me off. The whole ranking system pisses me off. Manny Pacquiao is fighting for a title, like, in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Why? Again, he should have to fight somebody that's ranked recently.
No legacy ranking.
Well, like, to some extent. Like, if Manny Pacquiao beat somebody in the top 40, top 30, sure, I guess let him go fight Barrios, but he hasn't even fought a fight in, like, 4 years. And Jake Paul's never beaten anybody that's in the boxing system. Like,
No reason
bullshit.
to rank him. Yeah. Yeah, he's money.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't like Jake Paul, but if he wants to go fight these circus fights and whatever, sure. And I do have to say his promotion aspect has grown on me. Like, he's putting good fighters in, getting lots of people watching them. Fine. But leave the fucking ranking system out of it.
Yeah. You're either like a sideshow attraction or you're not. But
And if you don't
pick a
want
lane.
to be, that's fine.
Yeah.
But do it like everybody else does. Like, yeah, he's only had whatever it is, 8 or 12 or however many boxing matches. But if you want to get ranked,
Beat contenders.
start at the bottom.
Yeah, beat other
Yeah.
contenders on the ladder on your way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Unlike the WBA.
Makes too much sense for boxing, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Something else that doesn't make sense. Wilder is going to keep fighting? What the hell is this
Yeah.
about?
So I was just, like, listening to YouTube videos and stuff, but it was Dan Raphael said that he talked to Wilder's manager or whatever and said that they're looking at another kind of tune-up testing the waters fight, but this time in South Korea. Who the fuck does South Korea have that's a heavyweight? Like, of any sort?
Probably none.
Like, I just don't... Maybe he's not fighting a Korean. They just said
Probably
in
not.
South Korea. But it seems really random to me that he would go over to Korea.
When I was there was like the Korean Marines had a basketball team, and we used to play against them all the time. And they were like 6'3" and stuff. These guys are fucking big, but not 6'7", 250 pounds big.
Yeah, but I mean, Wilder's not that big of a heavyweight either. He's
No.
tall, but what's he weigh, like 230?
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm not saying Korea doesn't have any heavyweight boxers. I just mean, like, it seems really random to go over there
It is
for a fight.
It's a random spot, but I think it's cool that the Koreans are getting something kind of big. That'll be fun. Should be fun anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. And, like, this isn't signed or anything. This is just what they're looking at. So, might not happen. But
Do I have it on here, or is that for next week? His fight, how he did, wasn't great. But I think that's next week. Let me check, just to be sure. Nope, that's this week. And I completely forgot to put it on the thing. But it's okay. It's Deontay Wilder.
I was going to say, he fought on the 27th, right?
Yes. So we'll get to that in a moment. But, like, not impressed.
Yeah, I guess I didn't put very much thought into what order I put these rumors and news down. The flow is kind of fucked up.
It's
but
alright. We'll make it work.
I just add stuff as I hear it, and
What the fuck? Devin Haney is a wife beater? What the shit is this?
apparently he pushed his... I don't know if they are married, actually. They might not be married, but apparently he pushed his very pregnant significant other, and she has since filed for a restraining order and to make sure he doesn't see his daughter.
Yikes.
Yeah. pretty shitty.
What did she tell him
But-
not to fight Brian Norman?
Well, I was gonna say, if you're gonna get beaten by a boxer, Haney's probably your best bet.
Yeah.
Not too much damage. Get that bag. But yeah, so Haney is apparently fighting Norman. I think Haney might die.
I really think Brian Norman's going to whoop his ass. Worse than Ryan Garcia did.
I think Norman hits harder than Garcia.
Yes.
For sure. I am a little worried's not the right word because I don't care that much about either of these two. But I think Haney's just going to run. I think it's going to be even worse than Jose Ramirez.
Is that possible? Gross.
Well, I think Norman's more of a threat. So Haney's going to be even more scared to engage.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. Maybe not, but I think this is going to be a bad fight. Unless Norman can just catch him and knock him the fuck out early, I think it's going to be a bad fight.
It's going to take him a while to catch up anyway. So at the very best case scenario, the front half of it is going to suck balls.
Yeah,
That's
I think so.
The best we could hope for.
I can't imagine this fight actually being, like, good.
It's difficult to envision.
I don't see a way.
Yeah, it's difficult to envision it as entertaining. Still, I'm happy for Brian Norman. He's getting, like, a higher profile opponent. So
Yeah,
cool.
everybody was talking shit about him coming to Japan to fight Sasaki, but that seems to be working out for him pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
That highlight KO got him a whole bunch of publicity. People are talking about him now.
As they should.
Yeah, it was impressive.
I was on the living out of my truck, my rented truck at the time, so we didn't get a chance to talk about it, I don't think. Did we? Or did we not? I don't remember.
I think we did talk about it. I think that was the last thing. Because I kind of remember talking about Sasaki losing his memories and getting them back.
That's right. 6 months of memory.
6 weeks.
Oh, 6 weeks. Oh,
But yeah, he got them most of it back pretty fast. But
That's
when
good.
he woke up after the knockout, he didn't remember signing the fight. So it's pretty bad. Also, absolutely no talk of the JBC like stopping him from fighting again anytime soon.
Who, Sasaki?
So yeah.
Oh boy. Well, he needs to have brain bleeds and needs to be he has to have been comatose for at least a week for the JBC to consider pulling his boxing license. Got to be near death.
Yeah. Well, and apparently like actual skull fractures you can fight 10 months later. That's no worries.
Shrug. I'm saying
Fucking
shrug
Christ.
because you all can't see me shrugging.
It's bad.
Man. Is that... I think I'm going to have to start narrating my physical reactions.
Go old school.
Radio.
Yeah, I was thinking, do you remember on the forums, people would put like all their actions in the little... No?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think they still do on like Tumblr.
Yeah, they do, and I still do it in Discord. Sometimes.
We are old.
Yeah.
We are old. I still get shit for using punctuation sometimes. Fucking children.
Speaking of... No, that's not a good one. Hiroto Kyoguchi.
Yeah.
He retires.
He announced his retirement, I think, on Wednesday.
That's-
I was a little surprised, actually. I know he lost his last fight, but he was competitive.
Right.
Like, and he's not that old. I was surprised he retired. I guess 31's pretty old for
Those little...
that weight class.
Yeah, the smaller weights. That's a lot.
But I don't know. I'm a little sad. I really like Kyoguchi.
Me too.
He's very exciting, and his Instagram is so fucking cute and wholesome. It's just him and his girlfriend and their French bulldog doing like actual professional photo shoots together.
Excellent.
Amazing.
That's just excellent.
Every spring they like take him out for the cherry blossom photos.
Aw.
And they were just at the World Expo in Osaka. So I will continue to follow him for cute puppy pictures. But yeah, apparently he has done boxing. Although it did, so I was reading it on like Google Translate, but it sounds like he's planning on coaching or something.
That's good.
Because he said he hopes the fans stick with him through his next career, but he didn't really say what his next career is. So, but I assume it's boxing.
Boxing related, tangential.
Yeah, although he is really into like fashion stuff, so maybe he's gonna try and model or something. Who knows?
Commentary.
Not to be rude, but he's got kind of a weird voice.
Huh.
I don't know if he'd be great at commentary. As I shouldn't talk. I have a weird voice and I'm doing a podcast, but it's very high pitched. He's got the more high pitched Japanese accent, and he's tiny, so.
Oh, that's an unfortunate combination.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Still.
Anyways, I
enjoyed
wish him the best of luck.
Absolutely.
And I'm kind of glad he got out before he got really hurt, because his style was damaging. He took a lot of punishment.
Yeah, that's what made him so fun to watch, though, was taking fire. He was like quintessential Japanese style. Like, if you wanted to show somebody, like, what is the Japanese boxing archetype, it's Kyoguchi.
Yeah, exactly. Like, decent fundamentals, but not enough defense and all action.
Yeah, and the lack of defense is probably by choice.
I assume so.
Yeah.
With most of the Japanese boxers, I kind of assume they choose not to learn defense.
Yeah. Is that it?
Well, there's that last one.
No, Chavez got deported.
The day after the fight. They put out the warrant the day before the fight, but, let him fight so nobody loses any money, and then deported him for show.
Because he was going to leave anyway.
Yes. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, if he was there illegally, and you knew that, and you knew where he was going to be, and you really cared, go fucking arrest him before the match. This is the only reason I put it on here. I think the whole thing is stupid and performative and just to get headlines.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because if they could have deported him before the thing, at any point, they could have walked into the ring while he was fighting. If they were so determined to get rid of him, they could have done that. But they didn't. It clearly isn't because they were actually worried that he was in the country. That's the part that pisses me off about the whole thing. Like, let's let him do his job that he came here for illegally, and then, get the headlines afterwards after everybody's already made their money. So stupid. We didn't know where he was, with very thick air quotes. Yeah, with 20 fucking cameras on him for the last week. They put out the warrant to be I'm stuttering because I'm so frustrated. They put out the warrant before the weigh-in. We couldn't find him. It's on YouTube. Yeah. I don't know what do you mean you can't find him? Just the whole thing is stupid. Yeah, performative. Makes me angry. Performative is a very good way to put it. But, let's make sure that we don't fuck up Jake Paul and his company making money and whoever else. Let the event go on. You get to have your media sensation. you have because of his contractual obligations, you have a pretty strict timeline of where Chavez is going to be. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess they knew he wasn't going to flee and hide in America, but that's not really the point, or it's not supposed to be the point.
Right.
The point is supposed to be that he's illegal, and that is the problem.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be committing crimes in Mexico.
Yeah, then don't give him the fucking pass to come up in the first place.
Yeah, if he had an arrest warrant in Mexico and you knew about it, then why did you give him a visa to begin with?
And, like, the border should have checked that. I mean, I know people who get refused entry to the United States because of DUIs. But they're not famous, so... My dad had to get an actual pardon because they wouldn't let him cross. For DUIs. Yeah. I should specify. Okay. It wasn't, like, anything crazy. He had to get his DUIs from the 70s, I think it was. Pardoned because they wouldn't let him cross the border after, I think it was 2007. For some reason. They suddenly became a problem. Yeah.
That's a really weird time to start carrying.
That's when they put in the passports. You couldn't cross with just a driver's license anymore. Mm. So maybe the system changed, but I feel like his driver's license should have flagged him for DUIs. If anything flags you for DUIs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But they were also like 30-year-old DUIs, so who the fuck knows?
Those papers are sitting in some drawer in a warehouse.
Yeah, well, so he fucked up bad enough and consistently enough in the 70s that he was in jail for 2 weeks for DUIs. So.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, I think back in the day, if you got like 3 in 1 year, you went to jail. Instead of just taking your license like normal people.
Man,
but
is it a good, speaking of taking licenses away, moving into some recaps, fucking MVP at the Honda Center in Ontario, or Anaheim, excuse me, Anaheim, California. Raul Coriel gets the stoppage in 4 over Victor Rodriguez, so that's cool.
I thought he looked good.
Yeah. Holly Holm gets the UD over Yolanda Ochoa. I did not see that coming. I expected Holly Holm to lose. She's like 40-something.
Yeah, but Holly Holmes is good.
Yeah, she's
and you know she's gonna come in shape. Like, I don't think she would step in the ring if she wasn't in shape. I think I might have had Holly Holmes by knockout on my box picks. I was expecting her to do well.
I had her losing by decision. That shit wasn't even close. You know what else wasn't close? Tevin Farmer getting his ass beat by Floyd Schofield.
I did not see this one coming.
I didn't either.
I did not expect Farmer to get blown out like that. My opinion of Schofield has gone way up.
I think I don't remember who it was, but they would refer to it as the opening the jar, where somebody's like busting their ass trying to open it and they can't get it open, and they pass it to someone who gets it on the first try. It's like the first person was the one who did all the work. So Tevin Farmer got the jar was Zepeda's, and then Schofield gets the praise for it.
I don't know how much I believe that, to be honest. Maybe.
Just a theory. With Tevin Farmer and his health concerns.
Yeah, I had been defending Farmer once I found out he didn't have brain damage, but it might be time for Farmer to hang it up.
Yeah. Still, good win for Schofield. to stop
For sure.
Kevin Farmer. That's pretty good.
And to stop him like that wasn't just a stoppage. That was a fucking train wreck for Tevin Farmer.
Sick as
No,
beat down.
Schofield looked real good. I was impressed. But I don't know who they should line him up with next. What's a good follow-up?
At lightweight, for Floyd Schofield, Sam Noakes and Abdullah Mason are busy. Hip hip hurrah. Zepeda's fighting this weekend? Or next weekend?
Next weekend. But yeah, the timing would work out pretty well. Do you
Yeah.
think...
Schofield versus Zepeda? That's
It could be a banger.
It could be.
But I know everybody's going to say that Zepeda looked like shit against Farmer. But, I mean, I think he's still a harder test than what Farmer
Put up.
gave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And depending on how Zepeda looks against
Zepeda's going to look like shit against Shakur.
shittier than he did with Farmer.
What about Magzayo? I haven't seen Mark Magzayo in a while.
If he's still fighting,
That could be a banger. He's ranked number 4 by somebody here. The IBF.
Maxie Hughes.
Maxie Hughes doesn't need another beating like that, though.
That's not a good test for Floyd Schofield. Now that yeah, you're right. That's not a good one.
Andy Cruz.
Josh
is
Padley.
Padley would be a good one.
Josh fucking Padley. That's a good one.
All right, we need to make some phone calls. Make this happen.
I'll text. Who the fuck is Floyd Schofield with? I don't know. I'll text him.
I don't remember. Yeah, no, that would be a good one.
Speaking of good ones, was this one of them? Gilberto Ramirez, I guess UD over Juniel Dorticos. It wasn't like a flashy win.
No, but it was a solid win, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I don't care who Zerdo fights unless it's Opataya.
I think that's how it's going to be.
For a while.
Until that fight happens, no one's going to care. It's
No.
very miniature, scaled down to like an atom's worth, but of like Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Like, we don't give a shit who your opponent is. If it's not the other one, then I don't care.
Fury AJ, that style.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think Zerdo's fighting much stiffer competition than Opataya. Like, I think Dorticos win is a better win than Jai's had in a while.
And that Italian guy?
Guayo? Yeah.
Squayo?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was Squayo. Yeah. Dorticos is always a power threat, so that's always something you have to be cautious of, and Zerdo navigated it perfectly.
Yeah. I don't know. It was kind of a boring fight, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, speaking of boring, Jake Paul versus JCC.
JCC threw 0 punches.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck were you doing?
For the first, 3 or 4 rounds, he seriously didn't throw anything. Like, it would surprise me if it was more than 0.
He'd walk into range and just not do anything. Like, I mean, I'm not a boxer, but you were a fucking world champion. Like, do better.
Right. Have some fucking pride.
Yeah, like, he was out of shape, so that's probably the excuse. But he did actually throw punches in the last 2 rounds, and he won them both.
Yeah.
Like, do that.
Except more.
Yeah, just do that the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it, but this is going to bring out the conspiracy theories of they're paid not to throw punches when they fight Jake Paul.
I hadn't heard
The
that.
no win clause. Oh, you haven't heard the no win clause?
No.
Oh, so I don't think it's true, but the rumors online are that when they sign to fight Jake Paul, they have to throw the fight basically, or Mike Tyson wasn't allowed to throw uppercuts was one of the rumors and that sort of thing. And I'm like, guys, that's not what's happening. Silly. But this isn't going to help that because JCC just didn't throw any punches for 8 rounds. He made sure he was losing the fight and then made it look good, big air quotes on that, for the last 2 rounds. I don't know. I don't believe the rumors. I think JCC is just a piece of shit that didn't train and is kind of slow. But
yeah, he finally did something completely unrelated to the actual fight, but something that I always thought was kind of dumb is he always tries to answer interview questions in English. And I'm not trying to dunk on the guy for being English as a second language, but Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Answer in Spanish. Everybody that's involved in this press event has some form of translation available to them.
Yeah.
And he finally stopped. It was just one question, and he's like, okay, well, I'm going to answer in Spanish. Like, yeah, thank you. No. Better performance in the interview over the fight.
The undercard was good.
Absolutely.
Legitimately, it was a solid undercard. People were giving me some shit when I said that before it happened, but solid undercard. But I don't give a shit about Jake Paul and these circus fights. I just don't care.
Yeah, Ramirez Dorticos was the main event for me. Jake Paul's just a fun sideshow that happened to be on after.
I honestly didn't watch it real close.
You didn't miss a whole lot.
Yeah.
Is that more time than that fight fucking deserves?
Probably.
So, moving to Friday, June 27th, Eye of the Tiger in Quebec City. Wait.
This was not a good card.
No, it was not. As Eye of the Tiger is wont to do, there's a lot of one-sided beatdowns, knockouts.
Yeah, never bet on the B-side for Eye of the Tiger fights. Ever. I don't know if I've ever seen an upset on any of their cards.
The only time you bet on the B-side is when it comes to your podcasts. And you go with the boxing B-sides.
Or Pro Box.
Yeah, wherever it is that you're listening to this. Gets a little bit more nerdy over there. Different kind of nerdy, I'll say. Stephen Butler, KO4 over Jose Macias. Fine. Stephen Butler moves up to 168. Does not have a great opponent. So, it's hard to say. It's not going to translate to anything meaningful, I don't think. I don't think he's going to have a career resurgence here at 168.
Dude never fights outside of Canada. You're never going to get much of a career if you only fight in Canada. I hate to say it, but nobody cares about wins in Canada.
Yeah, it would be the same as having a 22-0 prospect that's just coming out of the regional scene.
Yeah.
Nobody really
But
cares.
a region that isn't very good.
Right.
22-0 out of Mexico means something. 22-0 out of
Iowa.
Russia, maybe. But 22-0 out of Italy, nobody cares.
Right.
Canada's boxing is better than Italy's, but it's not very good.
You know who else, or what else isn't very good? Arslanbek Makhmudov. It's not good. TKO 1 over Ricardo Brown. That, I guess you can call that a fight.
a waste of time.
Yeah. Moving along. Christian and Billy, well, main reason I'm here. TKO 1 over Maciej Sulecki.
And Billy looked good, I guess.
His usual
Maybe.
self. Like, this is a career 154 guy moving up to 168. It's a name.
Go fight outside of Canada.
Seriously, dude. You can fight in Cameroon or France, and you're staying in Canada.
Fucking go fight in the States. I mean, Montreal's a hour drive from the border. Go fight in New York. It's a super short trip.
Yeah, he's a big fish, little pond situation.
But you can't tell how good he is because he fights nobodies.
Or Derevyanchenko, way past his prime.
Yeah, but he looked like shit against Derevyanchenko. One-armed Derevyanchenko almost beat him. Like,
yeah.
Two-armed old man Derev kicks in Billy's ass, and I will stand on that every day. If he hadn't busted his arm, he'd have won that fight. I don't know. And Billy needs to just go fight somebody better.
Yeah, he needs to step up his game for sure. Oh man. Speaking of stepping up games, what?
I was gonna say this is where the Wilder fight should fall under.
Yes, that is correct. Speaking of stepping up games, Deontay Wilder needs to change games. That was not the Deontay Wilder of old.
That Deontay Wilder's never coming back, though.
I know. I can only hope.
I do kind of like that he seems to be trying new things since... Like, he threw jabs. He threw lots of jabs this fight. Oh, they weren't great, but, I mean, he's not just trying to line up that right hand anymore.
He was throwing it a lot, though. Like, he was throwing it like a looping sort of overhand. And it wasn't really landing at all. It's like he was aiming for the temple, trying to get around the guard to hit the temple. And it was a little disheartening to see him continue to do it for, like 7 fucking rounds?
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't look good.
No.
I was trying to be optimistic. He did not look good. And he should not have taken 7 rounds to knock out Herndon if he was going to do anything, like, in the future. I don't know, man. I think he's still chasing the AJ fight, and he should, but Wilder's not beating AJ. Not now. AJ's also looking kind of shit, but I don't see AJ being as washed as Wilder.
That's what my befuddled, bemused look was. Like, I don't know, because AJ looks pretty ass right now.
Right, but he looked less ass than fucking that.
Yes, that is true. Anything more for the recaps?
I don't think so.
Well, gotta put some bows on some shit here. Wherever you're listening, hit us with a follow or subscribe, whatever the button says. Helps us. If you leave a rating, if you're feeling froggy, leave a review. I can only do it myself one time, saying I love this show, and it's just my name on there. You know what I mean? There's only so many times I can do that, and it's once. But it helps us out a lot. Helps us get up in the rankings.
What did the YouTube kids say? Smash that like and share and follow.
Yeah. Smash the subscribe button or ring the bell. Whatever the fuck.
Whatever. If you like this one, you guys should check out Ultimate Fucking Casuals as well. The UFC MMA one.
Oh. I don't know.
That's not me, though.
No.
That's Leo and people who know what they're talking about. But
I am not one of the ones.
No. You are the fucking casual.
I am the ultimate fucking casual. let's see. Patreon, if you want to help us out a little bit more directly. Everything goes to production costs. Discord, if you want to talk to us directly. There's a lot of other people that are in the Discord. The Patreon is lvx.be/Patreon. Discord is lvx.be/Discord. No shit. So if you want to get on Discord, if you go through Patreon and get to Discord, you get like a special fucking flare on your name.
Really?
Yeah, that's the one that you have.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, gonna split for just a sec, and then we'll be back with some shit coming up. Support for this episode is from Ramen Bay. You love ramen, but wish it had more, fresh toppings that take it from good to epic. But who has time for all that chopping and shit? Well, get ready to level up your noodle game with Ramen Bay. It's the ultimate topper that brings big flavor and incredible texture right into your bowl in seconds. Imagine perfectly seasoned beef or seafood, vibrant vegetables, or savory mushrooms, all freeze-dried to lock in peak freshness and flavor. Just sprinkle as much Ramen Bay as your heart desires as you're boiling up your hot ramen, stir, and watch it transform. In today's connected world, your digital life is always on. You shop, you bank, you connect with friends and family. All of this happens online. But with every download, every click, there lurks a hidden danger: viruses and other cyber threats. One wrong move and your personal data, your photos, even your identity could be at risk. And that's a scary thought. You need more than just hope or vibes. You need proven protection. Support for this episode is from Malwarebytes. It's your digital shield, constantly detecting, blocking, and eliminating the nastiest shit that you can find online. Think of it as your personal cyber guardian, always on watch so that you don't have to be. With Malwarebytes, you can browse, bank, enjoy your online life with confidence. No more worrying about malware, phishing scams, ransomware, or any of that other nasty shit. Enjoy secure access to what matters most to you. Protect your digital world, protect your peace of mind. Take Malwarebytes for a trial run today. Go to lvx.be/MWB and invest in your online security today. What if a small natural step could make a profound difference in your daily well-being? Many of us grapple with everyday stress, looking for natural ways to support our mood, our mental resilience, and our overall vitality. The answer might lie in nature's wisdom. Support for this episode is from psilocybin, the powerful psilocybin mushroom in a convenient microdosing capsule. Revered in traditional practices, psilocybin is gaining recognition for its remarkable benefits in mental health. With psilocybin, you're choosing a natural path to holistic wellness. I feel it's incredibly important to say that this isn't a substitute for professional medical advice, it's just a really good supplement. Of the 3 blends, I've tried the Inner Peace blend, and I can tell you from the beginning I felt a greater sense of calm and mental clarity. I've been juggling with some unfortunate stressors, and I've been doing it with a lot more resilience. But psilocybin is more than just a supplement, it's a step towards a more harmonious you. If you want to have a look at what psilocybin has to offer, go to lvx.be/psilocybin, that's SOULCYBIN, and use the code LuxMedia to get yourself a nice discount. Help us out a little bit in the process. Take the first step towards inner peace and clarity. Nurture your nature with nature. lvx.be/psilocybin, use code LuxMedia. Pop quiz hotshot. What's tiny, fuzzy, and responsible for a large portion of the food we eat? If you guessed bees, well, you nailed it. Seriously, 1 out of every 3 bites on your plate depends on bees. So there's a bit of bad news here. These little heroes of our gardens and dinners are struggling. Between habitat loss, climate change, and pesticides, it's a fucking bummer. Without them, our world would look a lot different and it would be a lot less delicious. But there is good news. Support for this episode is from Project Honeybees. So when you pick out something nice for someone special, or just something nice for yourself, your purchase adopts a queen bee that you get to name and get to watch over, and you'll support the protection of these extraordinary little creatures. Ready to make a statement and a difference? Go to lvx.be/bees and start browsing for your next gift. Your next favorite accessory can also be a lifeline for our buzzing buddies. Project Honeybees. Get yourself a nice little discount, help us out a little bit in the process, and help save the fucking world. lvx.be/bees. Use code LEO33862. Buzz, motherfucker.
Upcoming shit.
Yeah.
This week is not super great.
No, it's pretty light. First thing on the 11th, we have Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano trilogy. Looks like this is an all-women's card, and I know there's those types of people that are just not going to watch it because of that.
I hate when they make all women's cards, and it sounds terrible, but I absolutely hate it. I like when the women are kind of mixed in with everything else on a good card.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're blowing all of the good women's fights for the next 6 months on this card, number one. So you're not going to hear about women's boxing now for, like, at least half a year.
Yeah, nothing meaningful.
Number two, people who are on the fence or just against women's boxing aren't even going to tune in, but they might check it out if it's in between two male fights, and they might be surprised at how good the fight is and then watch again. I hate these all women's cards. I know it's supposed to be like promoting women's boxing, but I think it has the exact opposite effect. And it just seems, I don't know, like performative and stupid.
Right. It is like an empowerment kind of thing. I see the logic, but yeah. I
don't get it.
I
like,
see what
why
they're trying to
separate
do.
it?
That's exactly what the point I was going to get to. Yeah.
Separate but equal? Like, fuck off.
Fuck that. No. Having these all women's cards, I get it, but the idea is that we're trying to promote it as being at least comparable to men's fights, and it's not needing to be separated.
Yeah, like MMA never does all women's cards that you hear about, or maybe they do and I just don't hear about it, but
none that I've heard of.
No, and no, well, shitty people exist, but I mean, like, most fans don't bitch about women's MMA because it's good. Like, it is comparably as exciting to the men's. And boxing at the top level is as well, but if you make people sit through these first, like, 5 fights that aren't great, and then watch 3 main events that are pretty good, but, 2 of them are probably going to be decisions. And I will say, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano 3 should be a banger unless Katie Taylor suddenly got old, which could happen. I've been expecting that to happen every fight, and it just doesn't. Yeah. But, like, I don't get it. Just put the good women's fights at the top of the cards between men's fights.
Co-mains.
You'll get more people watching it. Or as the main. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano can be the main on any fucking card.
Yeah, it absolutely could.
But, like, I hate these all women's cards. You don't get any new fans. You're only getting people who already watch women's boxing.
I will say, if it's going to be an all women's card, they better not have ring girls. That would be fucking...
They did... The last time...
ridiculous.
Well, the last time they did this, they had ring boys, which is even more performative and stupid.
I've seen cards that have ring boys, and I'm like, this is great. Fucking humiliate them. This is good.
Why are you marketing women's boxing to women? Women don't watch boxing very often. That's not who is going to be your main audience ever. Yeah. It just isn't. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Debbie Downer, but I think this is stupid. That being said, I will probably watch at least the last 4 fights.
There are some good ones on here. Well,
But that's my point. There's going to be no good
Right.
women's boxing for 6 months now.
right, that you could throw on as a co-main or third from the top of another card.
Or like some of these other ones could be the mains on,
Alicia
regular
Baumgartner
cards.
is
Yeah.
main event worthy. Savannah Marshall in the UK. Chantel Cameron as well. Maybe not Chantel Cameron, but
But she could be like third.
yeah, definitely.
Anyways. We should talk about the actual matchups, I suppose.
I'm honestly not expecting. Well, no, Savannah Marshall versus Shadeja Green should be enjoyable. Don't expect like it's. I guess like women's basketball versus men's. Like, don't expect high flying dunks or anything like that. Baumgartner is
Yeah.
a beast. Maybe she might get a stoppage.
Should I know who Jennifer Miranda is?
I don't think so. I don't know who it is.
No. Some Spanish lady. She might get a knockout. I mean, Baumgartner might get a knockout.
Yeah.
I don't know who this lady is.
She's 38.
She's from Spain. And has never fought outside of Spain. You might see a knockout in this one.
RJ taggable for that one.
Yeah.
For Jennifer Miranda. For both.
Probably both of them,
Yeah,
I was
actually,
going to
you're
say.
right. I don't know if this is the proper running order, but Ellie Scottney versus Yamileth Mercado. They're unifying 3 of the 4 major titles. I believe the WBA is not on the line here.
Oh, I do recognize Mercado. This could be a bit of a banger. Although Ellie Scottney is more of a boxer than a like fighter.
What
But
weight class is this? Super Bantam? Yeah, the WBA champ is not involved in this.
oh, this is the lady who beat Ramla Ali last time out.
Ramla Ali is down the bill.
Yeah, sorry, but this Mexican lady, Yamilis Mercado, she's the one who beat her.
Nice.
Yeah. This could be a hidden banger, maybe, but I kind of expect Scottney to box on the outside and make it boring.
You know what's not going to be boring? Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano.
Nope, never boring.
They've delivered fireworks twice now. And
I
I'm certain
expect
they're
it to
gonna do
be
again.
similar. Yeah. Possibly even more blood this time somehow. Because that last fight was a bloody fight. They were both cut bad.
Katie Taylor, was she... I don't know if she was getting frustrated and started headbutting, or if she just leads with her head.
She just leads with her head, I think.
God.
I don't think it's intentional. I think that's just
Just how she is.
the way she fights.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's kind of a Irish bad habits, isn't it? Like, don't Irish boxers always kind of jump in like that?
Kind of. The ones that I've seen, yes.
But Katie Taylor is 39. Katie Taylor is getting old. And I've said it her last, 6 fights. But eventually, she is just going to be too old to be taking this much damage.
Serrano's 36.
Yeah, but she's taken way less damage in her career, I feel. Like, the only real wars she's been in is with Katie Taylor.
Yeah, that's true.
But Katie Taylor has taken some ass kickings. Even when she wins, sometimes she takes an ass kicking, and I don't understand how that works, but...
Oof. Thinking about ass kickings, it was Amanda Serrano beating the shit out of Heather Hardy. She her eyes got swollen up her forehead, and she had fucking bug eyes that were giant bruises. It was gross, but that was it's one of my go-tos when women's fights are boring. Have you seen Serrano? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, and nobody can say Serrano Taylor, either of those.
Yeah.
Nobody can say those were boring. So I do expect the main event to be a banger. I hate that they're blowing all of these good women's fights in one night, and then women's boxing's gonna disappear for months.
Yep.
But oh well, it is what it is.
Let's keep it rolling here. The next day in Central Park at the Louis Armstrong Stadium. Fuck, that is a big ass park. I never think about it, but they have a whole ass stadium inside of it. That's fucking wild. Hamza, this isn't the exact running order. I haven't found one that I liked, like a reliable one that I liked. So I'm just gonna go with picking fights off the list. Hamza Shiraz versus Edgar Berlanga at super middleweight. Fun stuff. Please beat the shit out of each other. That would just be fantastic for me.
No favorites in this one?
No. I kind of want Berlanga to lose.
Just because?
I have no valid reason for it.
Fair enough.
I
have no strong opinion on this one either, but I'll cheer for Berlanga just because it's in New York. That's his hometown, right?
Yeah, it is.
Although I have no idea where Shiraz is from. Is he British?
Yes. I think his
Yes.
heritage is Palestinian? Or Lebanese?
It says he's born in Berkshire.
Well.
So, I don't know. Anyways, this is kind of a lose-lose, though. Do I cheer for a Brit or do I cheer for an American? Yeah, let's just go with I hope they punch each other a lot.
Yeah, that's really it. I hope they beat each other up. David Morrell versus Imam Katayev. I don't know who this is. He's 10-0 at light heavy. I'm assuming this is a get back for David Morrell.
It looks like it. Some Russian Australian that's only fought in Russia, Australia, and Canada. Probably not that good.
Serbia, one time.
I just skipped that one because I didn't know where it was.
Nowhere noteworthy, we'll say.
He is 10-0 with 9 knockouts.
Looks like a threat on paper, so like I said, this is a get back for David Morrell.
Yeah.
Moving up, Alberto Puello, the WBC super lightweight champion. Who am I thinking of with Gary Antoine Russell won the WBA versus Subriel Matias. Puello is the champ. Subriel Matias is rated 8th in the WBC. Cool.
This one should be fun.
Yes.
I think.
This is a classic boxer versus puncher scenario. Matias, his reputation precedes him.
Puello's a boxer. I don't think I recognize Puello, to be honest.
I know you saw his fight with Sandor Martin.
Maybe it's just a bad picture on BoxRec. I definitely watched a couple of these fights.
Yeah.
Because he beat Gary Antoine Russell, too. I would have watched that one.
Yeah, that was for the interim title. Then he got emailed the full thing.
And he robbed Sandor Martin. It wasn't a robbery, but
I will say that it was, just because.
Me and Mark Constantino think so.
Mark Constantino?
But he was the judge that gave it to Sandor. Anyways, that one should be fun, I hope.
I think so. And what won't be fun? Shakur Stevenson, the
Never fun.
WBC lightweight champion versus William Zepeda, the interim champion. They are consolidating their titles. Fucking good. That's how it's supposed to be. These fucking interim shits need to go away. Shakur Stevenson
is boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Always.
He is. But God, can't deny the skills, but goddamn, the bills that are getting, it's like paying your bills in fucking pennies. That's what skills paying the bills is here. It's like, Jesus Christ, I gotta count all this shit.
Yeah, he is very skillful. I can't say he's not, but I have one small hope, very small hope, that Shakur just breaks his fucking hand on Zepeda's big Mexican head and Zepeda can swarm him somehow. I really don't think Shakur can hit him hard enough to keep him off, but I just don't think Zepeda's going to catch him either.
It's not too far out of the realm of possibility that Shakur breaks a hand either.
Yeah, but if he breaks a hand, can Zepeda actually catch him?
Oh, before he takes off on a bike?
Yeah. Like, I can kind of see Shakur just outboxing him so badly one-handed that Zepeda still loses. But my hope is that Shakur breaks his hand and Zepeda somehow swarms him and catches him and knocks him out. And that would be the best timeline, in my opinion. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not.
Probably
not.
But
I can hope and dream until it doesn't happen. I think Puello Matias is going to be the real main event on this one. Like, the most exciting fight.
I'm hopeful that Kataev is going to be what his resume says he is, and that'll make him and David Morrell like a dogfight.
That would be fun. Katiev has fought fucking nowhere against nobodies. I think that hope is probably pretty misplaced.
Yeah. Well, not much you can do but hope. So a lot of this watching shit is all the time anyway. Just hoping something turns out good when you watch it. When you watch as many fucking cards throughout the week as I do, and this is in two sports, mind you, it's a lot of fucking hoping. And otherwise it's like I have it on the monitor to my left, and then I'm doing my work with the monitor right in front of me.
I do that a lot.
Yeah. Because like sometimes like they're just not fucking doing anything like Morrell and Kataev are liable to do. And it's like, God damn it, I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time to sit here and watch you all not punch each other. No.
I have a feeling that's what the Stevenson Zepeda fight's gonna be too.
Damn. Well, anything more for the fights coming up?
No, I don't think so.
Cool.
The only 2 cards this week. That's kind of shitty.
Yeah. Taylor Serrano should be fireworks. At least the main event should be. There's some hidden gems, I think, on the undercard, but it's like
I'm definitely gonna tune in for at least the last 3 fights.
Absolutely,
probably the last 4 fights. Savannah Marshall's usually pretty fun too. Those first 3 that are listed, probably gonna skip them. The listeners shouldn't. They should watch it and then call in and tell me what I missed. Yeah.
833 Lux Pods. All right, let me do this.
Oh, I wanted before you do this, I wanted to say that works on WhatsApp too. That phone number.
Yeah, you told me to point that out more. It's a good thing to. Because
I'm old and I was like, nobody's gonna call you because it's long distance charges, but WhatsApp is free. So.
True. If you want to send a voice note in WhatsApp, which I think is something the kids are doing these days, I can cut your audio in. Or if you don't want that, just let me know. Either way, WhatsApp works, and the audio's cleaner there than it is on the traditional phone line. Text works either way. All right, let me do this. You've been listening to Boxing Before Dark, a Lux Media production. If you are just dying to tell us how fucking casual you think we are, you can be a duck. You can text our anonymous line, 833-589-7637. If you want to stand on your business, call, leave a voice message, or send a voice note in WhatsApp. And if you're entertaining enough, you might make the final cut of the show. 833-LUX-PODS. If you prefer to hit us up on social media, the account name is LVX Media Net, all one word. It's the same on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, and all the rest of that shit. If you can't find us, chances are we're not on it. If you want to get yourself hooked up with the ad-free versions of the episodes and help us out a little bit in the process, look us up on Patreon, LVX Media Net. It's over there just like everywhere else. Even if you don't sign up on Patreon, you can still help us out by checking out our ad sponsors. You can also help by giving us a rating and a review on whatever app you're listening on. And don't forget, shop.lvx.be if you want to snag some threads. Intro and outro music by Middle of Nowhere Beats, and for more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lvxmedia.net. So, we're heading into Girls' Night on Friday and Boys' Night on Saturday. Parting words.
Yeah, this makes my point. There's no girls' fights on the stupid men's card because they're all busy.
Spent.
Parting words. I bought my ticket for Ryzen.
Nice.
So not nosebleeds. Those were sold out, but second nosebleeds. Way farther back than I ever am for the boxing. But should be fun. I am busy studying Japanese. I realized this week that I'm a fucking idiot because I studied a bunch of questions to ask the people beside me. Like, which fighter should I cheer for? And that sort of thing. Studied none of the possible answers.
Oh, shit. Their names?
Well, like, that was a bad example because it's just a name. But, like, why do you like this fighter? I totally forgot to study any possible answers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, anything more difficult than somebody's name or a yes and a no, I'm fucked. So this week I need to study answers.
Are you going to try the lottery for 1FC?
I'm gonna try, but I have very low hopes.
All right.
I've never really won any of those lotteries. I got one for Inoue when I was able to, I didn't win the lottery, but I was able to buy a resale ticket. So
I don't think 1FC will sell out.
I don't know. I watched the 1FC. I don't know if I said this before you started recording, but I watched the 1FC Friday night fights. That was fucking lit. I was told that this was particularly good, but the 1FC Muay Thai has slightly different rules, and it's way more fun. The no clinching is big.
Yeah. You can clinch, but big but is you have to be actively attacking the person that you're clinching. Like, you can't just grab on and hold on. Like, no, if you clinch onto them, you have to be kneeing their body or something. You gotta be doing stuff.
I don't know. The announcers just said no clinching. And they broke them up almost immediately every time. You're right. If somebody was, like, throwing a knee, the ref didn't step in. But once the knee landed and all 4 feet were on the ground, the ref would break them up.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was great. Highly recommend it. And I did watch one. The very first fight was one of those submission grappling specific things. You're right. It is more fun than UFC. Or at least this one was. It was a lot more dynamic.
It's fun when it's the only thing they're doing. And they're not worried about anything else happening but other grappling techniques.
Yeah. I still probably wouldn't watch it as the point of watching it, but it being one fight on this card was fine. But, yeah.
Parting words from me. Join the Discord. lvx.be/Discord. It's fun. chat a lot of shit. And if you want the special role, you got to go through Patreon. Deal with it. All right, that's it for Boxing Before Dark. I forgot the line again.
What?
It's getting dark and my batteries are low.
My batteries are low and it is getting dark.
Damn it. I'm getting there. I'm going to get it.
I gotta actually check that I have it right because I'm doing it from memory.